Guys, I have been lifting for like 5-6 years now, which is kind of depressing to think about because I thought at this point I would look like fucking Arnold Schwarzenegger. But I don't, and that's fine. You're only supposed to compare yourself to yourself, which is honestly a fucking life hack. So today I just want to share about my fitness journey, shit that I've learned, because there's a lot of fucking bullshit out there, bad advice, and you know, there's so many people out there who are like trying to lose weight or gain muscle and they fucking torture themselves. They're eating disgusting food, doing workouts that don't actually work. And I just want to share my experience, okay, and where I am at now. And obviously, I am completely natural. You can probably tell, like my shoulders aren't like this fucking big, and that's okay. I honestly think that social media has fucked up our views of like fitness and health. Like it's so fucking unrealistic now. You know, when I first started lifting and I saw all these dudes on like Instagram, I was like, shit, I could look like that in like 3 months if I just stay consistent. Bitch, here I am 5 years later and I look like this, which sounds sad, but honestly looking back, I am really proud of how far I've come. I'm pretty happy with my body now. And yeah, anyways, I'm getting off track. Let's go back to the beginning. I started lifting in 2016, very end of 2016. My fucking ex-boyfriend broke up with me. I was closeted. I was sad and I wanted to get a revenge bod, okay? And there's this phenomenon where, you know, when you first start lifting, you gain a bunch of muscle. It's called newbie gains. Like your muscles are like super sensitive to like stimulation or some shit. And I gained like 30 pounds really fast. So I went from like 130 pounds to 160 pounds in like, I don't know, less than a year maybe. I remember my friends and family were like, dude, are you on steroids? Like, how'd you get so much muscle, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, oh, really, yeah, I'm natural. So anyways, I started going to the gym with my good friend. We didn't really know what we were doing. Like, I would start off my workout every day running a mile because I was like, you know what? I see lots of fit dudes running on the treadmill and I'm like, I want to look like that. I might as well run. That's not really what I should be doing because all cardio does is burn calories. Take that in. Take that in. Like that is some shit that took me so long to realize. And people think that, oh, if you run for like an hour on the treadmill, you're just gonna melt fat away. No, no. It literally just burns calories, which can help you burn fat. Like what makes you lose weight is being in a calorie deficit, okay? Okay, so there's like 100 calories in a tablespoon of peanut butter. Would you rather not eat a tablespoon of peanut butter or run for like a half hour and burn 100 calories? Like that's pretty much what it is. You're not just melting fat away. Being in a calorie deficit is what makes you lose fat and just being in a calorie deficit for a long period of time. Okay, I hope I'm making sense. So yeah, I would start off by running on the treadmills and then we would just go do like the machines, like the chest fly machine or like the leg press machine or like whatever it was, leg extension, like we didn't know what the fuck we were doing, okay? Well, eventually his membership ended and he was like poor, like didn't have a job, so he quit going to the gym. I started going by myself, which was really intimidating me at first. And I was scared. I was like, oh my God, all these people are judging me. I'm not as fit as these people. I probably look like an idiot. But yeah, over time, I just kind of like learned workouts and, you know, got help from YouTube and I got like confidence after, you know, seeing progress and shit. And that kind of went away after a while, like the anxiety of going to the gym. Pretty much my entire first year of lifting, I only used machines and like I did gain muscle, but I have learned that I believe they're called compound lifts. Like when you use more than one joint to like lift weight, it's actually better for you. You should definitely learn free weight exercises. So, you know, doing like dumbbell bench press or lunges or tricep extensions or like barbell or like skull crushers, like whatever. Those workouts are all great and apparently they're better for you in terms of like muscle gain and stuff like that. Yeah, I was like too scared, I guess, to go to the free weights when I first started working out because that's where like all the huge guys were and the gym I went to was in a college town and there was always like a billion fucking people at the gym and I had to park in a different store parking lot and then walk over to the gym. Like that's how busy it was and it sucked ass, which life hack, if you don't want your gym to be insanely busy, and you're paying for like a $10 membership, it's worth upgrading to like a $30 membership to go to a little bit more of expensive gym, just to have less people there, you know? And like, I believe in that. I'm paying like 40 bucks now, I think, a month for my gym membership. I go to Mountainside Fitness here in Arizona, and my gym is like never crazy busy, and I love it. So yeah, eventually I met my boyfriend, who he started, you know, showing me how to do free weight exercises and shit. We started working out together, and he taught me a lot of things, and I started using like the cable machines, which I fucking love the cable machines. Like, you can do so much. You can do like the lat pull down, like triceps, you can do biceps, you can do your shoulders, like lateral raises, whatever. Like, there's so many things you can do with the cables. So I love those. I feel like I rarely use machines now unless I'm doing like a leg press type workout, you know? So that's my first tip. Use fucking free weights and cable machines and like compound lifts, all right? Try to stay away from the machines until the end of your workout as well, unless there's literally nothing else. Like if it's busy or some shit and there's a lot of people, you can do it. But I would recommend trying to do free weights as much as you can. My next bit of advice is on bulking and cutting, because I have had many experiences with bulking and cutting, and I'm just starting to believe that it's a bunch of bullshit. Okay? Like, maybe when you first start lifting, if you're like really skinny, yes, bulk up, try to gain like 30 pounds or some shit. And I would say once you get above like, if you get to like 20% body fat, like it's time to start cutting down, baby girl. Because I always have like this mentality of like, I wanna look bigger. And when I'm bulking, I am bigger. I feel like I fill out my shirts and shit better, you know? And then, but then like I take my shirt off and go swimming, or like I like go to bed and like I sit on the bed and like, I have like rolls. I have rolls. And I'm like, okay, like I don't feel great about this. So it's kind of like mentally exhausting being like, I wanna be bigger, but I also wanna be lean. And you know, it's hard, especially as a natural lifter, to have both, the best of both worlds, okay? I'm just gonna be completely honest, like it's difficult. So, you know, bulk up to a size where you gain a decent amount of muscle, and then you can cut down. And then once you cut down, I would say get lean enough to where you're comfortable. If that is like having abs or something, it's gonna take a lot of work. That's currently what I'm doing right now, and it sucks ass, but I've lost 25 pounds. I was 200 pounds, now I'm 175, and we're getting close, okay? I've never had abs in my life. Yes, I've been working out for 5-6 years, and I've never had abs. That is because I always get scared when I'm cutting that I'm getting too skinny, that I'm like, shit, I gotta bulk. And then I switch it up on a bitch, and then I start bulking. So it's like, honestly, just a struggle. It takes a lot of commitment, and like, you really have to stick with your goal. Then you should either try to maintain, or you can very, very slowly try to gain muscle, which is called main gaining. I've heard, you know, Greg Doucette talk about that shit. If you guys don't watch Greg Doucette, go watch him. He's not natural, but he's very open about everything and like very transparent, and he like always talks about main gaining. So that's like what I'm gonna try to do, is cut down and main gain. That's like my goal right now, because the slower you gain weight, like the less fat you'll have, blah, blah, blah. It's honestly so confusing. Okay, another thing, if you're bulking or cutting, try to eat 500 calories above your maintenance to gain weight, and then 500 calories below your maintenance to lose weight. Okay, and I highly recommend getting the app MyFitnessPal to track your calories and shit. It helps a lot, you know, like it just holds you accountable if you track your shit. So like, you know, if you're actually hitting your goals and whatnot. When I first started bulking and shit, I was trying to gain like multiple pounds per week, which is not good. Like, I got really fat. If I could find some photos, maybe I'll insert them here. Like, I got chubby, my face got big, my arms were big, and like my arms are big, but they were like soft and fat looking. Like, I don't know. And then like when you lean down, you start to see more like veins and shit. I get like veins in like my waist area, and I'm like, woo! But yeah. So yeah, gain weight and lose weight slowly. Try to aim for like half a pound to 1 pound of like weight gain or loss if you're gonna bulk and cut, okay? Because doing it too fast or slow just fucks you up, okay? You get too skinny or too fat. Don't fucking listen to all the bullshit you hear online, okay? There's so many dudes on Instagram who, yeah, they're fucking jacked, but they're not natural, and they try to sell like these fitness programs. Chris Hemsworth has like some app or some shit right now going on. Makes people think they're gonna look like fucking Thor, and that's just not the case. And that's the harsh reality. It's like, he's clearly not natural, and that's unattainable. And almost like they're using their bodies to like sell you, because you want to look like that, right? Like, you want to look that fucking big, you want to be that fucking jacked, but you know, by doing a home workout and doing push-ups and sit-ups, you're not gonna fucking look like that. I'm sorry, bro. Or there's people like V-Shred. If you guys have seen V-Shred, like I know he gets a lot of shit in like the fitness community and stuff. He says a lot of like bullshit. Like he's like, there's a genetic loophole. If you take this pill and like it'll make you fucking jacked. Like, no, bitch, no. Like the biggest thing when it comes to fitness, your calorie intake, your protein intake, and your training schedule. Like that's it, bro. It's simple. People overcomplicate it all the time. And people go on all these fucking crazy diets and it's like keto or carnivore or whatever. And it's like calorie intake is the most important thing when it comes to, you know, fitness. Okay, so let's talk about macros a little bit. This can be annoying. I know like when I first started like getting into like calories and macros, I was like, this sounds like so fucking annoying. But like once you start tracking it in MyFitnessPal, you'll realize it's like not that bad. All macros are is proteins, fats, and carbs, okay? And then there's your calorie intake. So every day, what I try to do is I try to hit my protein goal and my calorie goal. And that's pretty much it. For protein, I try to eat 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight that I am. So right now I'm 175, so I'm gonna try to hit 175 grams of protein every day. When I was 200 pounds, I was trying to get 200 grams of protein every day. My calories, it's like around 2,000 something calories a day because I'm trying to lose weight. The app will help you with all that bullshit once you put in your information. And that's pretty much the basics of macros. And then it's annoying because there's people out there who are like, oh, low carb, high fat is better, or high carb, low fat is better for you. Like, how am I supposed to know what's better for me or what's working? Like, fitness is such a slow fucking process. It's hard to just be like, oh yeah, this one works so much better for me. So, I mean, if you really want to trial and error that shit, you can, but I don't even focus on my carbs and fats. I try to get like a little more carbs than fat, but like my main goal is to try and hit my protein goal and calorie goal every day. And there's also a lot of discussion about like the best like split to do at the gym, okay? And you know, there's like bro splits, there's like chest and shoulders or back and biceps or whatever. And I did that shit for a long time, but through my research, I've heard from many different sources that push-pull legs, that split is optimal for muscle growth because you're hitting every muscle group twice a week. My workout split is basically one day I'll do a push day, and that's basically chest, shoulders, triceps. And then the next day I'll do like a leg day. And then the next day I will do a pull day, which is like back and biceps and a little bit of shoulders sometimes. The next day is a rest day and I do abs on my rest day. And that is like my workout split that I've been doing for a couple years now and I love it. And I feel like it's worked well for me, and apparently like science has also proved that it works very well for others. So I recommend doing a push-pull leg split. Okay, all I really take is protein powder, creatine, and glutamine. So apparently creatine helps with like endurance and getting like extra few lifts in when you're working out. Glutamine, apparently while you're cutting, it can help you like maintain muscle. And then protein powder is like just to help me hit my protein goal for the day, okay? Okay, and one more life hack that I have is I am like lactose intolerant, right? But there is milk out there that is, you know, lactose free and it has like 13 to 20 grams of protein per serving, depending on what brand you get. And that is like such an easy way to get extra protein in your diet. So make your protein shake with that milk and like you will get so much protein out of that, okay? People get so caught up on like supplements. Like the other day, my good friend called me and he was like at GMC or whatever, and he was like, bro, do you use nitric oxide or whatever? He's like, I'm at GMC and I think I'm gonna get it. And I was like, I used that like one time when I first started lifting and like, I don't notice a damn thing like ever since I stopped using it. You know what I mean? So, you know, don't get too caught up on like fat burners because those are bullshit and other supplements. The next piece of advice I have is do not compare yourself, which I know is like almost impossible in this day and age, but try not to compare yourself to others. Try to compare yourself to yourself. I learned that from a self-help book. Yes, you're welcome. If I go on Instagram and stuff and I see people who are like way more in shape than me or like way shredded, like I get self-conscious and I start to feel bad about myself. And I'm like, I've been working out all these years and I don't look like that. Like what's wrong with me? Like, and it can be kind of depressing knowing you put in so many hours of work and you don't look like that. But just know that those bitches are on steroids and they're not even natural, most of them. Take before and after photos, like take progress photos, like seeing yourself progress will motivate you more than seeing somebody else's progress. You know what I mean? Okay, the next thing is do not eat fucking chicken and broccoli every day, because I've done that because I thought, oh, every fitness person has to eat chicken and broccoli every day, hit those protein and macro goals, and I'll be shredded. And it was miserable. I meal prepped for so long, and I don't even meal prep anymore. Wanna know what I eat in a day? Okay. So I found this cereal called, by the brand Premier Protein, and it has 20 grams of protein per bowl. And then I have that with like a high protein milk. Fairlife is a great option, or like Chobani has a milk that is 20 grams of protein. Okay, so like literally that with that cereal is 40 grams of protein for a bowl of fucking cereal. It's amazing. And then usually between lunch and breakfast, I will have a protein bar, which is like 20 grams of protein. Get the low sugar ones. Make sure you get like a low sugar protein bar, like no more than 5 grams, I would say, of sugar. For lunch, I usually have like a tuna sandwich. Tuna is cheaper and it lasts forever in the fucking pantry, and you just make it with bread, mustard, mayo. Mustard has no calories. Use light mayo. It's like high protein, quick and easy. You don't have to meal prep it. You can just make it like on the dot, you know? After the gym, I'll have a protein shake, okay? And that'll usually tie me over to dinner, which I usually make protein pancake. A brand Kodiak makes protein like powder pancake mix or whatever. For protein pancakes, and you can add like egg whites or high protein milk to get lots of protein in there. I usually eat it with eggs as well, like scrambled eggs or bacon sometimes. That's usually what I eat in a day. And then I have like a greens powder to like help me hit my greens and shit intake, because I don't eat like a ton of greens every day. And yeah, that's pretty much my fucking diet. It's simple. I don't meal prep anymore. I don't torture myself, and I eat shit that I enjoy. Like there's ways to eat food that you enjoy, and also like hit your macros and calories, okay? Like you don't have to be eating dog shit every day. Like there's this fitness guy, I think his name's like Brandon Harding or something, which I don't follow him anymore, but like I did back in the day. And I remember he did this meal prep video, and he made like this meal prep container. It was like black beans and rice and spinach. Guess what? I ate that for lunch one day and I wanted to kill myself. It was so fucking bad. One other big thing that I will say is fat loss is not site specific. Many people, including my mother, who refuses to believe any fitness advice I give, who has struggled with her weight for many years now, she thinks that if she just does like 100 crunches, she's gonna get a fucking six pack. It don't work like that, okay? You can't just like target an area and like do a bunch of sit-ups and like your fat's gonna go away. Like again, fat loss only comes from a calorie deficit. Yeah, like when I lose weight, like I generally see it come off like my arms and my legs and my face first, and then it's usually my stomach, which sucks. That's like the last area I lose fat, okay? And I know that sucks because everybody wants abs, and many people keep their fat in their stomach, you know? But that's usually like the last place you lose fat. I think that's pretty much it for this video. I'm sure I'll think of other tips like after I upload this video and be like, fuck, I forgot to like talk about this. But this video's gone on long enough. If you guys enjoyed it, I hope this gives somebody some form of advice if you're trying to start a fitness journey and, you know, get in shape or whatever, or just work out for your general health. But yeah, hope you guys liked the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And if you want more fitness related content, let me know. And I will see you guys on the next one.